Um, I'm happy to see you because I know a lot of you made a lot of money, and I know this because there were some of my subscribers who were basically asking me how they can thank me. They were asking for different ways to support the channel, and that made me happy. Um, so if ever you feel like you want to support the channel, what you can do is there's a link on my channel. Just click on the channel and go there. You know, you can send me money. I'm still working on my clothing brand right now, so yeah. For now, you can donate however much you want. It's up to you. Um, I did really well. Um, yeah, I did really well on this card. That Mickey Gal pick is the only one that I got wrong. My subscribers and I did extremely well, and it makes me happy, to see people who follow my channel comment and say, "Yo, I made so much money because of you. Thank you." Those are the things that make me happy. Those are the things that make me fulfilled. So I'm going to react to UFC 302, the entire card. Um, I'm still proud of myself and my subscribers, not just myself, but my subscribers as well, because both of us only got one wrong, and that's a massive, massive achievement. Because I saw a lot of channels. For example, there are very few channels that I feel like are really good at predicting. I'm not gonna mention. I'm not gonna mention them here, but the best one that I know of, they got four or three wrong. Yes, I think they got, I think, approximately three wrong, and I got one wrong, and my subscribers got one wrong. Anyway, let me get into the breakdowns. I'm super happy, man. Let me get not the breakdowns actually, but I'm going to do an early predictions video for UFC 303. Anyway, let me get to it. Let me get to it. Yeah, I see a couple of you just got on. Yeah, I'm super happy, but I'll explain as I go through. Mitch Raposo versus Andre Lima. I honestly was expecting Andre Lima to dominate this particular fight. I felt like it was his fight to win, but I also knew during the process of um, doing my analysis for this particular card, I could see that Mitch Raposo was talented. If he had enough time, he could have been a significant problem for Andre Lima. But nonetheless, I went with Andre Lima on this one, and my subscribers also went with Andre Lima. Yeah, we got this one correct. Um, before I even proceed, man, I'm proud of my subscribers. Their predictions are so incredible. Just only getting one wrong is a massive achievement. Obviously, even I got one wrong, but the mere fact that my subscribers also are giving me that much of a match in terms of prediction accuracy, it shows that the people who are following me are very knowledgeable about the sport. Um, yeah, whoever's commenting, I can only read English. I use translation, but let me proceed with the reaction. My subscribers and I got this one correct. Andre Lima won. Not impressive, but I mean, he's still early in his career. Aileen Perez versus Jocelyn Edwards. Whew, this fight, guys. Um, Sorry to sound sexist or whatever the case is, but yo, like when they were grappling, whew, my God, I'm not gonna mention it. If you know, you know. Anyway, my subscribers and I picked Aileen Perez. We were right about this one. I felt like she would be, I thought she would be a little bit more dominant than she was, but nonetheless, I got this correctly. And I love my predictions largely, especially the live predictions, because a lot of, if you go back to my live predictions, a lot of the fights that were close, I actually called it. Even though I got 11 out of 12, a lot of the fights, some of them were close because I think there were not that many, what do you call it? finishes. There were a lot of decisions in on this particular card. So I called it when I was doing my upsets predictions and when I was doing my final predictions, my live predictions. I actually predicted that a lot of the fights, especially I predicted five, would be significantly close. So if you're not a subscriber, just go through the channel and then you'll see what I'm talking about. But let me proceed. My subscribers and I picked Aylin Perez. On to the next one. Um, Mickey Gall versus Basil Hafez. This is the only fight that I got wrong on this particular card. I went with Mickey Gall, and I'm not necessarily too sad about that pick, largely because it's sad. I get sad if ever maybe my pick lost via finish or whatever the case is. That's when I get really sad. But a close decision against, and especially because a lot of people were writing off Mickey Gall. They were saying, no, he's going to get knocked out, he's going to get finished, and all these type of things. So I'm really proud of myself for being able to actually predict that this guy has a shot, and he actually almost won. I guess I was right. Even if you go back to my upsets predictions, I actually did say that two things will happen. Either Basil Hafez will dominate or he will be exposed, essentially. That's what I was saying. And I feel like, I don't know if he was exposed per se, but I don't know if he's as good as people thought he was. I still think he's a good prospect. He still has a lot to learn. But yeah, Mickey Gall looked really good. This is the only fight I got wrong. My subscribers got this one correct. They picked up Basil Hafez. Um, Nothing impressive so far from any of the fighters that I've seen, or rather the fights that I've been predicting. So yeah, on to the next one: Phil Rowe versus Jake Matthews. This one got me a little bit worried because honestly, I felt like Phil Rowe would be a little. I felt like Jake Matthews would be a little bit more dominant than he was. Phil Rowe made this fight a little bit more competitive than I wanted him to. um, I didn't like the fact that this fight was this close. But you know what? He got the W, and that's honestly what I care about. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I knew that Phil Rowe would be a problem, especially with a 100% finishing rate. But like I've been saying so far, I don't feel like there was anything impressive so far in these particular fights that we've gone through so far. So yeah, on to the next one. Grant Dawson. My subscribers and I picked Jake Matthews on this one. We were correct. On to the next one. Grant Dawson versus Joe Solecki. Um, yeah, this is the fight that I genuinely felt like, you know what, Joe Solecki might get the upset here. And I feel like he was very dangerous throughout the fight. But man, Grant Dawson was like grinding this guy and was making sure that he doesn't make stupid decisions, and he got the finish. And even though I was saying Joe Solecki would probably have the ability to get the upset, I also did say that, you know what, my official pick is Grant Dawson, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset on this particular card or on the particular fight. Yeah, Grant Dawson was my official pick and my subscribers' official pick, but he surprised me. I thought that this fight would be a little bit close. In fact, a part of me was prepared to be wrong about this one, but you know what? I wasn't. I guess that's why I actually went with Grant Dawson. On to the next one. Jelton Almeida. Well, I think I did say that my subscribers and I picked Grant Dawson. My subscribers are incredible as well, man. Like, I need to say that I'll speak about that properly once I'm done reacting to this particular card, but I have some of the best subscribers on YouTube. Jelton Almeida versus Alexander Romanov. Um, I think this was a little bit expected. Okay, not expected, largely because I feel like Romanov has a little bit of wrestling. So we saw how Jelton Almeida struggled against someone who is able to wrestle a little bit when he fought Curtis Blades, yes. When he fought Curtis Blades, he struggled a little bit, even though he was getting like takedowns and all these type of things. But he seemed like he was struggling a little bit. But nonetheless, you know what? He got the W, he got the submission, and he looked good doing it. My subscribers and I picked Jilton Almeida. Good for him, man. Yeah. On to the next one, Cesar Almeida versus Roman Kopylov. This was a little bit closer than I expected it to be. On the feed, I thought Roman Kopylov would be a little bit better. And in the beginning, I felt like he was, but he started to fade. But the reason I picked Roman Kopylov was because I knew he had the advantage of grappling. And Cesar Almeida, I knew that a lot of the time, especially in his previous fight, he was successful because his opponent could not strike. So if he was able to stand, he knew that he was going to win. In this particular fight, it was a little bit more difficult for him to actually win, largely because Roman Kopylov is also a good striker, but clearly he fades. He needs to work on his cardio. Obviously, I heard the commentator speaking about the fact that he was wrestling and is not used to it. Probably that could be the reason, but he needs to work on that because that was a bad look, especially for someone who we felt like he was good enough to get into the top 15 and the top 10 and eventually get into like title contention. But yeah, my subscribers and I went with Roman Kopylov. We got this one correct. The judging on this particular card was horrible, man. Like, yo, the judging was horrible. But in any case, let's go to the next fight. Yeah, Randy Brown versus Elizal Zaleski dos Santos. I mean, my subscribers and I got this one correct. We picked Randy Brown. Um, Randy Brown looked incredible, especially against a dangerous fighter like Dos Santos. Dos Santos, I think he finished Sean Strickland. I think he finished Benoit St. Dennis. That says a lot about his ability. But Randy Brown, man, looked better. You know, he keeps on improving every single fight. You know, and I think he's got a really bright future in this particular division. Um, but he needs to. Okay, I can't really criticize him too much for not being able to finish this particular fight, largely because um, Dos Santos is a very tough matchup for anyone. So yeah, it was a little bit tricky for him, but I guess you know he did what he could in order to get the W on on that particular fight. Um, my internet just started acting up, but anyway, let me just continue with the memory that I have of the fights. What other fight was there on this particular card? Okay, let me check. Please bear with me. I apologize for doing this while I'm with you on the line. Uh, wait. I don't want to react to things that are not. Sorry about that. Yeah, where was I? Nico Price versus Alex Morono. This was the first fight my subscribers got wrong. Um, and I got this one correct. They went with Alex Morono and I went with Nico Price, largely because Nico Price won the first fight. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. I know it was a long time ago, but it's not like Alex Morono improved, you know, during that period of time. That's why I decided to go with Nico Price because I felt like he was a little bit better. You know, they are both horrible. They looked very slow in that particular fight. I don't know why they pushed them up into the main card. Maybe they wanted to balance out potentially good fights with the not so exciting fights. I guess probably that's what they were trying to do. But yeah, my official pick was Nico Price, and my subscribers went with Alex Morono. This is the only loss for my subscribers. Yeah, on to the next one. Kevin Holland versus um, what do you call him? Michel. Michel. Uh, Kevin Holland has a lot of potential, man. My subscribers and I picked Kevin Holland, by the way. But it's sad to see that even he is calling himself a gatekeeper, which just goes to show that he doesn't have any title aspirations. He just wants to, or rather, he's just happy to be in the UFC. And because he's close with Dana White, he's going to continuously get these opportunities to be on pay-per-views and fight on pay-per-views every single time. Um, but he has so much potential. I feel like if he worked a little bit harder, he could actually be a champion if he wants to be. And it's sad to see him accept the title of a gatekeeper at such a young age. You know, you can be a gatekeeper if, like, you are above 35. At his age, he shouldn't be a gatekeeper, but you know what? That's what he's choosing for himself, and I guess that's how it is. My subscribers and I picked Kevin Holland. Yeah. Let me see. Was it the co-main event after this? But let me proceed. If I missed anything, guys, I apologize. I'll recheck. I'm going to do an early predictions video for UFC 302, 303, I mean. So if I forgot anything, I'll mention it on that one. And I also want to do like another live stream for pound because I heard Dana once speaking about something, but I'll get to that. Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. This was a boring fight. I don't know. I can't really blame Costa. I don't know. Both of them contributed to the fight being boring. Sean Strickland did what he had to do in order to win the fight. I can't really be mad at him. But yeah, there was nothing impressive to speak about on this particular card, or rather, or in this particular fight. So yeah, congratulations to Sean Strickland. I picked Sean Strickland. My subscribers also picked Sean Strickland. I knew he would win. But yeah, main event of the evening. Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. What an incredible fight. Dustin Poirier has improved significantly, man. I honestly didn't expect him to last that long. I thought Islam Makhachev would actually run through him. But I love the fact that it happened the way it did because a lot of people criticize me when I say Islam Makhachev is one of the best strikers in the UFC. Ignore the part of him being able to wrestle. I think a lot of people get confused by Islam Makhachev's association with Habib Nurmagomedov, and they think, oh, he's just a wrestler or whatever the case is. Keep in mind that this guy actually stood with Dustin Poirier for basically 5 rounds, almost 5 rounds, and he did the same thing with Alexander Volkanovski. You know, so at some point we have to give this guy his due. You know, he looked good in that particular fight. I was on the edge of my seat. I think everyone who's passionate about MMA is just like enjoyed that particular main event. Yeah, it was an incredible main event. I honestly don't see anyone beating Islam Makhachev because he can strike with the best strikers in the how do you beat him? So if he fights Leon Edwards, Edwards is going to lose that fight, man, because he can stand with Leon Edwards. Like he doesn't need wrestling to win that fight. But because of the fact that it's the same situation with what happened with Roman Kopylov and Cesar Almeida, that's the same situation. The difference is Islam Makhachev is as good on the ground as he is on the feet. So the fact that he can mix everything up so efficiently, so incredibly, is going to be a problem for a lot of fighters. If somehow Leon Edward manages to beat Bilal, Islam is going to become a double champion. Trust me. Um, I'm going to do a different stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it now. I'm going to just check the internet and see if it allows me to do a stream. I want to do an early predictions for UFC 303, and then I want to do a video on the pound for pound list and just give my thoughts on that. Um, I love and appreciate all of you guys. See you on the next one. Deuces. Before I go, actually, I want to celebrate my subscribers, man. I have one of the most incredible subscribers. For them to be able to get 11 picks correct out of 12 is insane. Is insane. Even though like me and my subscribers actually got 11 out of 12, but for my subscribers like these, I'm talking about people from different parts of the world being able to predict who's going to, they almost got 100%, and that's massively impressive. And I just want to shout my subscribers out and say um, I appreciate all of you guys, and that's why I introduced the system of a subscribers pick, because I didn't just want you guys to listen to what I had to say. I wanted you guys' opinions to be a part of this channel, because even though I created the channel, I feel like the channel belongs to all of us. I love and appreciate you all. I love and appreciate you guys. That's why I involve you in everything that I do. Uh, I'm looking forward to growing with all of you. Yeah, you mean a lot to me. Until next time, deuces.